Kroft.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy I'm back. And I'm so happy to see all of you. You know, as you know, and I've mentioned it many times, we've been on for 5 years. Can you imagine how many shows that is?
Many.
I mean,
Over 250. This might be our 250th show. Maybe.
really?
Close to it.
What?
Well, and we have Saturday shows too. I don't know.
What the hell did we talk about?
Everything.
I mean, I know that I've had 83 years in the business, but God, you run out of material. But
How could you run out of material?
Okay, Kelly.
83 years in 5 years, you've run out of material. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, well, I feel like I have. But you know what I love about these shows, Kelly? You are so brilliant. You know.
Wait, can you say that again one more time? Hold on, I didn't hear that.
Brilliant. Because I got to tell you something. I'm so grateful to wake up every single day. But you know what else I'm grateful for? When I do wake up, Kelly is here.
It's true.
And I got to tell you something. Kelly produces this show, as you all know, and she comes up with the most interesting guests. I suggest some, but Kelly's the producer, so that's her total job. But I have to tell you something. The show that we're going to have today, probably the average public has never heard about.
No.
Just like a couple of weeks ago, we had, Land of the Lost, the stop motion. That's never really publicized. And the studios, all those big action movies, there's tons of miniatures in it because you can't blow up the Empire State Building. You've got to do a miniature of it. And I got to tell you something. We were in Orlando about a month ago.
October, November, December, almost 2 months ago now.
2 months.
Crazy.
Well, I lose track of time. But I got to tell you something. On the last day that we were there, first of all, the 3 days that we spent there, fans came thousands of miles. And that's my fuel. I mean, it really touches my heart, to hear what they have to say and how important my crazy shows were to them and how they still remember them all. But on the last day, I didn't hear his name because I know his name because he's a huge fan. But he came up with this huge box, and I thought, oh my God, I hope he's not going to give me something. We got so much luggage. How do we get this back to LA? And he opened up the box, and it was a miniature of Dr. Blinky's house. I got to tell you something. If we still had the show business factory, I would hire him immediately because we did have a division at the show business factory of artists that only built miniatures. And even when every concept that I came up with throughout the years, before Pufnstuf and all that other stuff, I always had a miniature made of the idea because that's what Broadway does. Broadway, when they're putting their show together, the art director builds a miniature of the set because the director has to know how his actors enter and exit and what is around them. And of course, the director works really close with the art director. And we're going to talk about all of that because my experience with miniatures has been huge because I got away with all the TV shows that we did. I got away with tacky because
only on TV?
Well, I never had, even the puppet shows, I never really had. And I was so used to working with low budgets, but I wouldn't let anything, leave the ideas. If I had an idea and I believed in it, no one was going to throw it out because I had to figure out how to do it. So today, I guess he lives in Orlando, does he?
I have no idea. You can ask him.
Okay, I'm going to ask him. But, I couldn't wait to have him on because it's my treasure that you gave me. And as a matter of fact, we're going to show it in a few minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about. Mark Keller.
Okay, you got to give me a second because now I got to send him an invite.
Okay.
All right. So tell me all about Mark and sending him when he walked up to you in Orlando.
No, with the box, I thought, Mark,
Hey.
Oh my God, Mark.
How are
Thank you
doing?
so much for coming on. Where do you live?
I live in Orlando.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I'm originally from Indiana, but I've been in Orlando since the 80s. So I'm still not a Floridian, according to Floridians, but yeah.
And very Disneyland, right?
Yes, a lot. I wanted to let Kelly know first off that I appreciate so much that she set this up to have this time with you, and I am hyper aware of what an honor it is to be able to sit with you and show you these things and have you actually. I think it's going to, not that your memory's bad, but I think you get to see these sets again is going to be really cool for you. I think you're going to enjoy getting to see them, and I put a lot of time into them, but. I owe you guys $60 because I never paid for the autograph picture from you.
Well, then you better put it in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because.
Give me my $60.
Exactly.
Hey,
sorry when I was trying.
No way. You got, and you gave me such a treasure. I asked you for $60.
Yeah, it was still an autograph picture. Well, because somebody reached out to me on Facebook and they said, "How much does Sid charge you?" And I'm like, he didn't charge me anything. And then they were like, where did you get the house? And I'm like, did you watch the video? Like,
Can I start out by showing the amazing gift that you gave Sid?
Yeah, because this was a real important prop in Pufnstuf. It's Dr. Blinky's house.
It's sitting right next to Sid right here.
I knew it would be important to him, and it has such sweet character to it.
Oh, beautiful. You just really captured.
And just so you guys can see how tiny this actually is. I mean, it is, and it's so hyper detailed. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Everything you did, the crutches, the bandage.
You know what, Kelly? I had never sculpted anything before. And no, ever. And I didn't know how to do it. And I just made that house. And after I made the house, I'm thinking, well, then I should probably make the castle. And I made the castle. And I was like, I'd like to see the inside of the castle. So I was doing screen captures of Pufnstuf. I mean, thousands of thousands using them for reference. So it was a total labor of love. I miss it being here, but I am thrilled that you have it. I am so happy.
It's a beyond treasure for me.
I love it.
I see it every single day, and I see more and more because when the original one was built, it was actually a puppet too, because it talked and it sneezed and it coughed, you know. So all our miniatures were turned into also puppets, because everything on Living Island was alive.
That's what.
And it talked. And so, you know, all the other shows that we did, you know, Far Out Space Knobs, you know, the Bugaloos, every single show, you know, Lidsville had a lot of miniatures in it, because I don't know, CGI, you know, started in the, what was it, Kelly?
The 50s.
In the 50s, but it was a computer generated.
Well, that's what CGI is, computer generated imaging. So
yeah, but I don't think we could afford it.
no,
I know we couldn't, because in the 50s it was really, really expensive. You know, the movies were doing it, but the movie studios have deep pockets.
Yeah, and it was very little. It wasn't a ton.
So let me can I ask a question? If you had miniatures, which I've seen, and there was one that I saw that I was like, oh my God, I wish I could have saw it in person. I guess you were pitching Pufnstuf to the network, and somebody had made an entire diorama that went all the way up, and it had the witch's castle at the top, and it had all the things, and it looked like it sat on a table. And I was like, oh, I wonder what happened to that, because that would have been so cool to see. It was
probably in the warehouse. I haven't been in the warehouse for years, and I'm sure things like that were not sold. I hope not. And you know, but like Witchy Poo's castle, you know, the miniature close up, you know, she said, "Who's the most beautiful witch?" And not you, you ugly. Yeah. And, you know, and so the lines were just so brilliant. The doors, everything spoke, you know. And
how much input did you have as far as the designs go? Because
my God, 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, because this concept, which actually was our first series,
Pufnstuf. The concept of Pufnstuf.
Yeah, because the banana splits, all we did was design and build the characters.
But they had,
you know,
though they weren't forgettable, and they're still. I mean, whatever that is you have, you are a genius at picking out design. And me having to go in and trying to recreate a set, and okay, like when I made the vroom broom. I was putting it together and I was like, okay, why is there a bar here? It doesn't make sense. And I realized, oh, because if that's not there, it's going to tip over when you put characters in it. And I realized that whoever came up with these sets, you're saying that they were tacky. You're an artist. I mean, that broom was so hard to do. And I've had several people ask to buy it from me. I want this as a collection. I don't want to sell it. I like what I see.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for you. You could please share with us how this all started, that you started making the Pufnstuf complete set.
Yeah.
Literally set.
Okay, so what happened was, honestly, is Pufnstuf was always a go-to show, like a comfort show from my childhood. It wasn't that great, and that was a good escape. I mean, because in that half hour, it didn't matter what, my trailer could have been on fire, and I would have been locked into that show and you know, I was just so into it. And it came back to me throughout life. If I was having a rough time or a point, I'd put the DVD in and I'd watch it. If I had the flu, I'd put it in and watch it. And then COVID hit. And when COVID hit, in the very beginning, I don't know what they were telling you guys in California, but here they were saying that we were going to go in lockdown, and that this was in February, and that we might not be able to go back outside again until the next year. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I put that show back on. I was having a bad day. I put the show on, and I was thinking, I wonder if I could make that, because I've never sculpted before. I've always painted, and here, this is one of my paintings up here.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
Yes.
It's Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, it's based on Glenn Hanson's artwork, but I put, because I'm a hairstylist, I put hair gel, flat iron, and blow dryer. You know.
Okay.
But I made
I'm
sure
gonna have to text you after that.
You know. So I started working on it then, and I think the first thing I made was Dr. Blinky's house. And when I did it, it felt like it was just something I should be doing, and it came to me so easy. And that's one thing. When I said I was going to come see Sid that Saturday, my husband said, you should bring him one of your dioramas. And I mean, some of these are 5x4. You're going to see, they're huge. And I was like, he goes, you should give him the house. And I was like, but that's the first thing I made. And he was like, and he said,
oh my God.
he said, but Mark, he said, you've gotten so much faster and better. He goes, so you know you're going to make another. I said, I am. I will. I'll make another one. And he goes, you don't know what to do this time, and you know what not to do. And because it was a little bit of lessons learned here and there. But COVID started. I started just really getting into it, and it just gave me an escape. Because again, your sets and your designs, you had, I don't know if you know this, you probably do. You have a certain color palette for Pufnstuf that you stuck to. And it was cool because I know that if it was a certain type of like rusty red, it would go on other things too. And I would figure out, oh, it's there, there, and there. And then I learned that somebody, I'm not insulting, I'm just saying, whoever did continuity for Pufnstuf, there's like 4 different ways to get to Witchy Poo's bedroom from that castle floor. And there was even a weird door off to the side that wasn't a door, it was just a wooden cutout that they came through. But
Yeah.
sir, I have studied that castle. I can't even tell you, and I can't wait to show you, you know, what I'm so excited to get to do this with you. I think I know how rare this is, and I'm just thrilled to be able to talk to you and share these things.
I'm over thrilled.
Oh,
You know, I mean, it was the highlight of my whole trip. And I kept saying, Kelly, how are we going to get this back? We've got so much luggage, and I don't want it to go on a plane where they're going to throw it around and, you know, and damage it, because God only knows.
When I first talked to Kelly, I didn't know who she was to you. I didn't know her relationship, but I've been to cons before, so I thought she must be family or a friend or whatever. But the reason I first asked her that is because I wanted to let her know that before I came to see you that day, me and my friend M went to UPS, and we had that thing, had that box made for it, had all the stuff for it, so you could put it back in that box and ship it. I took care of all that, and I just wanted to let Kelly know that. And looking back, I felt like I was so dismissive with her, and I didn't mean to be.
Yes, I'm very offended.
Well, I was just so cool getting to talk to him, and I'm sure I'm like a million other people. I just felt it's cool when you get to meet your childhood idols. This is really cool.
Well, thank you. What an honor. Because Kelly didn't tell me this.
No, and I do have to jump in only briefly, because I know Sid had been tagged in a post that you had posted saying you were bringing it to Sid.
Yes.
And so I responded to you as Sid, going, how cool, or whatever.
Kelly, you should have been here. You should have been here. When I read that, I was like, how cool.
I needed this to go away.
I hear you.
Like, be buried into his messages so far down. Because he looks at all of his messages. That's what people don't understand. He actually looks at all his messages.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Then will tell me what to say. But if it's gone and I've responded, he never clicks on it. So I needed it to go away as fast as possible. And when I saw that box walk up, I was so giddy like a child. And I had to try to get to you before you got to him to tell you this was a complete surprise, and you better have this on film.
Oh, yeah. And they had us like, that was such a tight, like we were all nuts to butt. It was like, well, it was just too tight of a line. There's nowhere to go with that box. I just had to. But yeah,
I did not feel dismissed or anything.
Okay.
So don't even worry, because I understood the situation.
Okay.
And I also knew how important this was. I mean, oh my goodness, if I could have given you a box of tissues, I would have. And I knew that it was going to give Sid an emotional effect, as well as you at the same time, which is also why I told you to get it on film. And I know that you didn't want to be on film, but it was forced upon you, which was fantastic.
Well,
so I dismissed your feelings.
I've seen the video. shot, but the one that M shot in the picture she took of he and I, Sid looked so happy and I looked so serious. And I was like, because I was worried. I just didn't want to stress him out. I just didn't want to stress him. And I know that. I know you were in the zone, you know, signing autographs, and I saw how nice you were, giving everybody a piece of you to be able to talk with you and spend a couple of minutes. And then I came and did that, and I could tell that took you out of that for a moment. And I just didn't want.
No, it was because I wasn't feeling well that whole trip.
Wow.
And when I got to work, just like a performer, I had to wipe that out, you know, and become as strong as I could, because the fans meant so much to me. And the Christmas tree behind you, oh my God.
Did you?
Can you show a little?
Did you look at the book with all the drawings of the ornaments?
Yes, we were there.
Yeah.
I did 80 ornaments, and I have to tell you, when I started, I had a stroke 2 years ago, and I couldn't talk very well. It's so much better now, except when I'm tired. It don't matter. I started drawing again because I couldn't draw, and that's what made me start sculpting. And then I went back to drawing again because I told my friend Dim, I said, I want to make a Croft-themed Christmas tree. When I started doing those drawings, Sid, I'm not kidding, they just came out like they were always there. They just came out so fluid and everything. I mean, we were nailing 2 or 3 a night while we were working on them, more. And oh my God, I love the tree. I love it.
Oh my God, I do too.
I hope
you know
that I gave the is it Chief Redwood? I gave him I put a mark in there. I gave him a dog, and it's a dogwood tree, and I named it Barkley, and it's the same color. And I thought it was so cool that the Indian chief has his own little dog. But do you want to see the tree?
Yes, yes, please. Everybody wants to.
All right, so there's my tree topper.
Oh my God, the Freddy the Flute.
Yes. And then all these ornaments, like I said, these were all my drawings. I tried to make sure I got every character that was on that show, even the male bird, and then I started throwing in bugaloos.
And the bugaloos, yeah.
And the book and the candle. I love the skeleton guys. They're so cool.
Weren't they?
Yeah, I made my version of Stupid Pony. He still looks stupid, or Stupid Horse. Of course, I put that the wheelie bird next to.
Oh my God!
Second base.
Witchy Poo used to knock the hell out of him.
Yes, I saw that. Did you like my version of the? Oh
my God! The Rich Watch.
I based that on watching some of your clips from your Las Vegas run, where you were doing the marionettes that were kind of like showgirl looking.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose to give her. I got rid of the long weird dress, and I gave her more with her hands up, like she's performing at a cabaret. And then I love this.
Cool.
I got Witchy Poo's mirror, but on the other side.
Oh, oh my God! It would always break.
Yes.
When she looked into it.
And that's my puff. Living Island Boat. I want to do that for real, like a miniature. There's the house. I loved my version of them because you made the sweetest character, so I tried to keep that.
The grandmother and the grandfather clock.
And then I put things in from the movie, like when Witchy Poo was blown out of the sky and Orson's hanging on to her. But I have like Lester, the door from the dungeon. I have the mushroom guys, all the mushrooms. I got Victor, I put him in the cauldron instead of leaving him outside. I only saw him in one episode, but I wanted to, the one who spit the water in Witchy Poo's face. I wanted to do that. Okay, hang on. Oh, and
I don't know if you know this, but in the dungeon, when Jimmy sang his song and sat in, down in front of one of the columns.
That was your call?
That was me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you knew that?
Yes. And I made it. I made one. It looks just like you from that show. And I was going to see if you wanted me to make another and send it to you because it looks so cool. I'll show it to you in a second.
Please.
Yes.
Would you?
Yes. I
Oh
will.
my
Hang on a
God.
second. Get one more
You're the
thing.
best.
Okay, so you remember Pop
Yeah.
Lolly? Okay,
Yeah.
I was doing this with with my friend M, and M is like 15, and M pointed out. She said that would make Pop Lolly a cannibal because he has a candy store. He's carrying around candy in a bag, and he's made out of candy. And I was like, I never thought about that, but okay, yeah, that was a little. Yeah, this just came out so awesome. And the candle and the book, I'm still working on them, but what I'm coming up with so far,
Oh, the skull and oh my God. Yeah.
they look so cute.
Oh,
And then uh, the one thing I haven't got finished yet is the dungeon where she parked her vroom vroom, but I'm working on it. So I got the wood cut out for it, and I'm starting to do stuff with it. But here is your.
there. Oh my God, that is me. Yeah. Oh wow.
Do you want
Oh,
one?
please. Yeah.
I will get it
Because
to you.
I always have to tell everybody that's me. Nobody caught on to it, you know?
And here's that infamous broom I was telling you. Look at this.
Oh,
I know this is mixed media. What is it that you primarily work with?
Everything. When I go to the when I go to like the places for crafts, I am looking at the most random stuff and deciding what I can, like this has got wooden dowel rods. Okay, this is what I felt bad about. These feet, which were these animal feet in the original,
yeah.
I felt so bad. I ended up taking a toy that was around back in the 60s, and I bought it on eBay and then brought it home and cut the feet off of it to make that broom. And I felt like I was doing, I mean, because it had survived all this time from the 60s, and then I went and cut the feet off. But it
But
wouldn't have
it
looked
survived for the broom.
exactly. And I took a video of this broom with Orson in the sidecar. Hang on, Orson in the sidecar and Witchy Poo on it. I took a video of this hanging outside on strings, and it looked so cool. It looked so cool. Oh, and by the way, before I started sculpting, when I was painting, this is a Last Supper version I did. So Puff in the middle, and it has that the magic path home. I tried to put every character I could. So you got the grand, you got all them, Witchy Poo's castle, the winds,
I
the.
love the
But
winds.
I
You know,
do
uh,
that.
we shot this show on Paramount a lot, and Lucy was next to us shooting her show,
No
and
way.
across the street, on a sound stage were the Brady Bunch, but they were really, really young. Yeah,
Okay.
the show just started,
Right.
and where was I going with that?
The west winds, the
Oh,
east winds.
so John Wayne was shooting a movie, you know, on Paramount a lot, and he heard that we were going to shoot because he saw the call sheets. The call sheets were hysterical, because they named all the characters and and the West Wind, and so he came to check on the voice that was done. It was John Wayne, and he loved it. Everybody, because we had 30 some odd little people, and talking about the little people, this is something else that was really inventive. I'm a puppeteer, as everybody knows, and all those characters could have been puppets. And I said, no, we're going to have to build trap
Right.
doors and Muppet and all kinds of gimmicks, and we can't afford it. So I said, because in my puppet shows, I always had a little person in a costume, and
Okay.
the audience never knew that. And so I got as many little people as I could find in the world, and all those characters were little tiny people, And so that was the way I fell into the puppet world, you
And
know,
you made
and
art. I mean,
yeah.
the stuff I'm going to keep showing things, but you're talking to me because I love hearing these stories. But I'm
Oh,
going to
somebody asked if you did any of the talking trees.
Yes, I did. Hang on.
Can you show
Yep.
some of those?
I saw
Okay.
some.
I took his version and I tweaked it a little. That's
How
okay. But hang on, I'll show you.
dare you?
Here's Madam Willow. And I gave her.
Well, that was the society tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she still has her glasses, but there's Madam Willow. Back there is the Chief Redwood.
Oh, yeah.
I gave him this birch, like, chest plate.
Oh.
There's my dog, which I think looks really good.
Wow.
There's the hippie tree.
I
I had the old man tree, but hang on, I got some rare ones. Up here, I have in the movie. So I can get it in here.
Did you do the baby tree in the diaper?
Yes, right here.
Oh, always.
And one, she's back there with the fruit on her head. And then, which I didn't understand, when I was making him, it looked like I was making a sex toy at first because he's very interesting shape, and I didn't understand. Kelly, seriously, look at this.
The
when I was
clock
making
house.
Evan
Oh
said,
my God, go back to the clock house.
He's like, what is? I don't know who this was, but they were in the movie, but not the TV series. Okay, the clock house. Hang on, the clock house.
That is hilarious.
I thought so too. Okay, so the clock house is back. Let me get her out of the way. There's my clock house. I took your design, which I loved, and the colors, and I just added a little bit more shingles and made it look more like it could be one of the painted ladies of Living Island, like from San Francisco. Yeah. I was going for.
But you know what, Mark? I'm sorry to jump in, because earlier you said your colors. Well, always, my whole life, you know, I loved Technicolor when it came out. Lipstick red and, you know, really deep colors. And so that's where I went with all of my shows, because it makes people smile, you know.
And color has effect on people.
Oh, yeah, big time. You know.
So on the inside of that thing, what I gave you, this is the inside of Dr. Blinky's
house. Oh my God.
Look at this. I even did the smoking cigar. Sorry, ludicrous fell over. I even did the smoking cigar, and I noticed that the three paintings in the very, very back, I guess are Blinky's ancestors, but they had hands that hung down out of the frame, so I think they were going to be puppets, but you didn't have a chance to get them. I signed it in the very, very back. There's a diploma to Dr. Blinky, and that's got my artist signature on it.
Wow.
So I hit it there. Here's the clock, people.
The alarm clock.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I even got the talking books down in there. And okay, so that was my first diorama I did after the castle set. So then here's the mushroom people that you and there's the one that has a cigar, which I was actually painting. I had been working so hard this morning, you don't even know, trying to get all this ready to show you. Those are my evil trees.
You are beyond.
It's like awesome. Showing your school project to the teacher.
Look at this.
You are just,
this.
Oh my God. Please take the biggest bow. I'm so honored that, look at, Bonita Bazaar.
With her gun, and I built the box. I just need to put it together. But those are all, you know, what I've been working on. Witchy Pooh's wand, he's holding it. Down here is what I'm still working on. That's going to be the wheelie bird. That's going to be the box that
I love the wheelie bird.
Box the clock people had that turned him, and it aged him. It aged and okay, so hang on. All right, I'm going to show you the main castle.
Wow.
This thing is huge. Now, and what's really cool, is that not a trip?
Oh, God.
How big is that?
The viewfinder lights up. Again, this dragon was never in the castle. You had him in the moat. You spit water in Witchy-Poo's face one time.
Yeah.
I went in here, so I brought him in and put him, just having him taking a bubble bath in the furniture, the big huge web. I made this is my own wall because I wanted to give the bat stupid bat someplace to rest. And isn't that cool to see her in her old chair?
How big is that whole set?
This is probably, oh my gosh. Well, here's my hand, seeing.
Yeah.
It's big. Like it's big.
You must,
you like
oh my God, you must be so proud of yourself. And I just hope that you had a great time and you're having a great time doing this.
Of course I have. Let me show
you. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
Your detail is fantastic.
Oh, beyond belief.
Check this out. Are you ready for this?
No. Oh my God. Oh,
Is that
wow.
cool?
You put a motor in.
Yes. It's all down in the bottom. And I even did I did a cool thing, Sid, I thought you would like. So the black lamp that would always fall down and hit Seymour in the head, there was a black hand holding it for some reason. I made these things that go on top that I'm putting lights on them. So what I did is I broke the chain on one, and it looks like the hand caught it before it hit the ground. And I thought it was kind of clever. I like that. And then out here is the balcony, and I'll show you. You actually can look inside, and you can see the turrets on. You can see where the balcony is. And
hey, Mark, when you said the bat, stupid bat,
loved him.
hit in the head, and then he would fall over, and it was just a piece of plywood. Yeah.
Yes.
No. I love that.
I love his colors. You weren't afraid of any of these. You knew they were on the rotten side, but they weren't evil. They were just, you never had to be afraid of them. So that's my castle for there. And let me show you her bedroom that I did.
And Witchy-Poo was a clown, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't want to scare the kids.
But I also saw that I realized that the castle set for her bedroom was smaller, and it would actually be put in the main castle set area, because when you look through her bedroom door is open, you can see the glass sliding, stained glass window from the main castle floor. But this is all her. I made all the furniture. You pull back all those, you see it better. I'm still putting up the motifs up on the top. I loved the sea dragon. I don't know why I called it a sea dragon, but that's just what I called it.
Look at the detail.
I did all
oh my God.
Was this supposed to be a hair dryer? Because they never used it, but it was sitting in the back in all the shots, and I didn't know what it was. So I was thinking maybe this was supposed to be a hair dryer for her or something. I don't know.
You know what? I'm sure it was, but I don't remember.
Well, that's okay. And then I ended up building a whole outside of the silhouettes of the castle to make it like it blends together. So, okay, let me see here.
Hey,
so
Mark,
I showed you all that.
It was only 54 years ago.
That's all.
That's it. And I'm still here talking about
Thank goodness.
to you. Yeah.
Okay, check this out.
Oh my God.
And they're over Puff's cave. And so there's the...
Did you do Cling and Clang?
No, I cheated. I used the two figures that you produced a while ago, but I want to. But I think they came out really cool. And it's so cool to see them floating over, his... So that door opens. The only thing I couldn't figure out was there's a lagoon back there in the corner, and there was always an ocean. You could see half the ocean back there. I don't know what they used to recreate like shimmery ocean water. I don't know how to do that. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, now check this out. So that's the front. And I'm crazy enough that I then went back and did the inside.
Oh.
And it actually has the slide, and they will go down the slide. It curves, and it spits them out. Sorry, it's dark. Spits them out the bottom. I did some little, let me move some of the stuff out of the way here so you can see it better. I did some, what do you call them, Easter eggs. I decided to, hang on.
Hey, everybody watching this is so interesting because, you know, all studios, they don't let you look behind the scene. They don't want to burst the bubble, you know?
Yeah,
so,
I thought it was, hang on, I'm getting a flashlight here so I can light this up for you better. Thank you, Em. So I did.
wow.
Now, if you look on the thing that all his, you know, all the different hats he wore, those are all Lidsville hats. I don't know if you can see them.
Wow.
No, I do. The
Yeah,
nurse hat.
there's all the Lidsville hats, and then I put the talking skull from Land of the Lost.
Uh-oh, did you mute? Oh, Wi-Fi. Is that our side or his side? His side. Hold on. He's having a Wi-Fi issue.
Can he hear us?
I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. He could have touched something on his phone and disconnected. I don't know yet. We'll find out. Okay. Did you think or realize how much he had done?
No.
Did you have any clue?
No, nothing.
So you're like blown away like all of us are right now.
No, beyond blown away. I mean, I'm just riding on the biggest cloud right now. Wow.
Okay, I'm going to kick him out really quick, and then I'm going to bring him back in because it doesn't look like it's coming back. Hold on one second. Let me invite him back in. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get him back. There we go. Yay!
You're back. What happened?
So I was trying to show you, I put the skull at the bottom of the skull from, I think it's a Sleestack god that was just, I don't know if you can see it down in there. Yeah, he's on his desk there. And he would just have the glowing eyes and would talk and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is huge. I mean, it's so big, and I got the stalactites and all that. I got Jimmy's bed. I got Pufnstuf's bed over there.
How do you keep this clean and not covered in dust?
They went in boxes. I had them in boxes, and they were put away. And I have to tell you, the worst thing about this, as much as I love doing it, and I did, my clients were seeing what I was making, and they kept saying, "What are you doing with all this? You know, like, are you going to sell it?" And I'm like, "No, I want to have a collection." And right now, my garage looks like a Pufnstuf museum. I mean, when you're looking around at everything that I've done in here.
Mark, what do you do during the day?
I'm a hairstylist, so I do that, but I'm very art. I love art. So I'm painting. I'm also writing. But my clients have been pretty cool about not thinking I'm too crazy.
Okay, total side note, because my brain keeps going back to that Charlie's Angels painting that you keep going by. Do you have prints of that?
No, but I could make some. You should see my Last Supper painting. I did a last. Sid, are you catching that? Isn't that cool?
Oh, God.
Okay, hang on.
Brilliant.
I'm going to run in the house just for a second and show you this. This is what I made the most prints of.
Wow. You're giving me goosebumps.
And somebody said, "Why did you use the Poppin' Fresh Doughboy? Why did you put him in the middle where Jesus was?" And I was like, "Well, because he rises too." And it just hit me.
That's awesome.
It made sense. So yeah, so that's, you pretty much get to see everything that I have. You say hi to him.
Oh my God.
But yeah, this is the garage where I work and where I also do my art. Yeah.
Wow.
And again, I'm so happy that I got to share this with you. I never thought that was ever going to be something.
No, thank you. When do you sleep?
It's better now. It's better now. But Sid, these things are the things that make me, it's almost like meditation, and trying to figure out, I've never taken set design. I've never made anything like this before. So when I was making these things, I kind of gave myself a crash course in learning set design because these are all just sets. It's weird how it's just there within me, and too bad I wasn't, able to, do this younger, and because I just turned 60,
Yeah, but
and this is
doing it now, and it's amazing.
I'm 95, so you're just a spring chicken.
Sid's only been painting for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
yeah.
been painting?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see some of those sometime.
Yeah, we sit together and we paint. It's been about a month, but we usually sit together and paint.
I've done some clowns, and my God.
We did a kitty cat for CatCon, and the last one he did a slee stack. We tend to do them on our shows. So
do you ever share them so that people can see them?
Yeah, we usually paint them live.
And you know what? We showed them at a gallery, and they bought them all.
Cool.
It blew me away.
You know what? I'll get you a copy of the Last Supper painting. Real quick on that. That is I don't know if you're familiar with the Mandela effect, but that painting is my personal one because I had a dream about that on Christmas Eve and got up and painted it Christmas Day. And then 2 months later during the Super Bowl, American Express MasterCard had a commercial where they had all these different food icons serving, a Thanksgiving meal or something. And all my clients were like, they stole your idea. They stole your idea. No, they didn't. It was, well, now if you look it up, that commercial came out before my painting, and there's no way, because we showed it to clients. So that Mandela effect thing is real. That's a story for a different time, but that ties into it. But yeah, it was. I'll make some copies and I'll make sure you get one.
Mark, this is the most interesting show. Oh my God! And I know everybody watching.
And I have to say thank you so much for sharing your artwork with us, for coming and I mean, Dr. Blinky's house is, every single time I look at it, I find something that's completely different with it. It just, the detail and everything, just fantastic. And I cannot tell you or express to you how much joy you have brought to Sid's house having that here.
You know what?
Thank
If I would love for him to have, I'll make sure he gets that pillar. I'll make sure he gets that pillar. You have to contact me and we'll get.
Yeah, that's okay, because I'm going to contact you about something else and I'm about to blow your mind. So there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm looking for. This has been the highlight of my year, and considering how bad this year.
No, it's the highlight of my year. Oh my God! It was in Orlando. We talked about it all the way back, and I said, Kelly, where is it? She said, don't worry. She emptied out her suitcase and put it. And
Did she really?
Yeah.
I did.
And put it in her suitcase.
I did.
Oh.
I was not letting that thing going away from us. That thing was sitting next to us the whole time.
Oh, I love that. I love knowing that. And I tell you what, just knowing that a piece of my art is there with an icon, entertainment icon, and you love it enough to have it there by you, that just, and that made my.
What? It's right next to my Lifetime Achievement Emmy.
Wow.
Lifetime Achievement. It's not like I just won for one show, but all the shows.
All of them together.
So I am so honored, Mark. And we've been on almost an hour and they bump us off.
Right.
And so I got to thank you from my heart. Oh my God. You are
Thank
awesome. You know?
you. You are too, and I'm so glad I got to maybe bring back some memories for you.
Oh
Looking at,
my God. Are you kidding?
yeah,
And
and I'll
it,
make sure you get that one supporting pillar that looks like you. I'll make sure you get a
oh, I
copy of
would
that.
love that
You'll get it.
because
You'll get it.
very few people got it, understood what that was
Right.
because it went by so fast. And I always have to tell them, it's me. It's me. And the art director
That's
did that. I didn't even.
I thought it was you, and I could tell. It doesn't matter. I could tell that. I could tell that was you, and I knew that today was what I'm being given tonight with you, and being able to talk to you about this stuff. And I had so many questions. They're gone now, but I am so thankful for tonight. So to you and Kelly both, thank you so
Hey,
much. This
We'll do this again.
no,
We'll
no.
do
Hey,
this again.
Mark.
We'll do We'll do a Q&A with you. You can show the sets and ask the questions directly. We'll do that.
Hey, Mark. Yeah,
yeah.
you're not going to go away in my life
Thank
at all.
thank you.
And as a matter of fact, if you have questions, just reach out to Kelly and I get everything,
We'll
Look at
keep.
all the hearts. So many hearts are coming on.
Well,
Look at that.
real quick, one of the biggest questions I get asked is they're like, are you going to do Bugaloos? Are you going to do Lidsville? I would love to, but I don't have the space. Because, I mean, these are huge. Oh,
You
and
don't have the space for the cuckoo cuckoos. Lidsville is the
yeah,
cuckoo. Oh my
I want to do it. I picture myself at night figuring out the set for the Inside the Magician Hat. Real quick, there's a theater here that shows kind of artsy films. It's called the Enzian, and they were showing Pufnstuf like, I don't know, 2 months ago or 3 months
They
ago.
were?
And I wish somebody would have told me, because I would have brought this stuff down and it'd been so
I
cool for
wish
them.
they would have told me. I would have, done a Q&A after it.
Well, maybe they'll do it again. If they do, we'll get a heads up.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Did anybody come?
I didn't go because that nobody reached out to me, and I was just kind of feeling like, okay. And honestly, I've seen that film. I still watch it because I have to go in and I'm trying to figure something out, and I'm still watching them. So, yeah, I'm not. No, I didn't go. I they didn't know about my art. That's one thing that's happening right now. Nobody knows what I've made except my clients and the people that follow me on Facebook.
And me.
And
Me.
yeah, I saw you were following me, and I was like, oh my God, SID KROFFT is following me. And I was so excited. I was so excited.
No. Thank
You better
you.
be glad.
What a compliment. It's a huge, huge compliment, Mark. And thank you once again. And I thank everybody out there because I know.
Oh, and go follow Mark. He's got the coolest pictures and videos of the things that he's working on. Go and follow him because he posts all of these miniatures.
And what's it? How can they follow him?
Well, they can click up at the top and it says lilymonster.com.
Which is my,
you can go.
that's my my bitchinese, my little dog. She's.
Did you call her a bitchinese?
Yes, because I don't know why people would ever get Pekingese. She's beautiful, but she's highly suspicious. She does, the dog love is on a timer. I'm lucky if I can get like to hold her for 2 or 3 minutes, and then she'll just push off me like, I'm done. Get away from me. I'm hot. It's like my mom all over again.
Oh my God.
Funny.
How cool.
Yeah. So,
and your brother jumped in here and said he's proud of you. So just so you know, everybody knows your brother is proud of you.
He's in Indiana. Yeah, he's been just always supportive of me, no matter what.
Guess what, brother? I'm even more proud of Mark. So
Sid's got to be on top.
Yes, I do. I take top billing.
Well, so now you understand why we didn't charge you your $60.
Yes, but when I left, I was talking to him and I was like, oh my God, I didn't give them, like, I owe him money. And
God damn, no wonder we couldn't pay for the flight back.
Oh yeah, that.
You know what was my happiest moment though, when I was talking to you that day real quick, when I said to you, just promise me that house is not going to be left behind and you're going to take it back with you. And do you remember what you said to me? You used the F-bomb, and I was so excited because you said, "Are you effing kidding me?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I love him."
Yeah, I use that word a lot.
Oh, I do too. I didn't do it just now. I do too.
Yeah.
I use it like.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you,
thank you
Mark.
so much,
You guys have a
Mark.
great holiday season,
And you too.
I just
Oh,
appreciate you
you're
both so.
just the most beautiful man on the planet. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
you're
and stay near your phone because we're going to call you.
And you're so
Thank
talented.
you.
Wow.
That means a lot coming from you. Seriously. Thank you.
And thank everybody out there for
Yeah.
watching. I know we didn't bore you for a second because, oh my
Not
God,
today.
no way.
No.
Thank you again.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Love you.